concept is effect of change of temperature. Okay, one more thing we will learn about that can matter change its state after increasing the temperature or decreasing the temperature. Yes, matter changes its state after increasing and decreasing the temperature. Best example we can take is when the water is kept in the refrigerator, it will become liquid to solid. And when the same ice cubes from the fridge, when we start it heating, it will become liquid state, it will become liquid water. So we can say that after increasing and after decreasing the temperature, the matters are going to change its state, either it may be liquid or it may be solid or it may be gaseous state. So today in this lecture we will study about how the effect of change of temperature is dependent on the matter by taking one activity, that is activity number 1.12 that they have given in your textbook. Here they have given the diagram of the activity. Here we have taken one stand. To that stand we have fixed the thermometer. One thermometer is fixed. You already know what is thermometer and what purpose it is used. So thermometer is the device, it is used to measure the temperature of the substance, temperature of any substance. So here one glass stirrer we have taken so that we can mix it well, and then here the beaker is, and in the beaker we have taken some ice cubes. Okay, ice cubes we have taken in the beaker, and here we have kept one burner, and the beaker is kept on the stand. So as we start heating, so first we have taken that conversion of ice to water. This activity is conversion of ice to water. We have taken the ice in the beaker. As soon we start heating the beaker, that ice will melt and start to form water. Here what happens? We are giving the heat to the beaker, that ice starts to melt and it is converted into liquid state. This is first one. And in the option B, here we have to take the liquid water in the place of ice cubes. Okay, we have to take the liquid water instead of ice cubes. When you start heating the water, what happens? The water will become hot and it starts to boil. As soon it starts to boil, the water starts to evaporate. Water vapors formation is taking place. So we can say that when the liquid is heated, it will starts to boil, and after boiling the water vapors will be released, that is the liquid water is converted into gaseous state. So understood? After heating, effect of change of temperature leads to the change in the states of the matter, solid to liquid, liquid to gaseous. If you again put the same water in the refrigerator or you decrease the temperature of the water, it will become solid again. Okay, this is about the effect of change of temperature. So next comes the melting point and boiling point of the matter. Okay, what is meant by melting point? Here I have given the definition. Melting point, it is the temperature, it is a certain temperature of the liquid at which solid changes to liquid. Certain temperature of the matter at which solid changes to liquid, it is known as melting point. Okay, this is known as melting point. You have to remember the definition. And boiling point we have given, it is the temperature at which liquid starts to change into gas. Liquid changes into gaseous state. This is known as boiling point. These are the two definitions about melting point and boiling point. Okay, here we have given the conversion factor. How to convert degree Celsius to Kelvin and Kelvin to degree Celsius. Before that, we have to learn about the temperature as well. What is meant by temperature? Temperature is nothing but the degree of hotness or coldness. Whether the substance is cold or whether the substance is hot, we are going to explain about it by using the term temperature. If it is hot, more temperature. If it is cold, less temperature. In that way. And to convert degree Celsius to Kelvin and Kelvin to degree Celsius, here we have to use the simple rule. To convert degree Celsius to Kelvin, we have to add 273. And then if you want to convert Kelvin into degree Celsius, then you have to subtract by 273. Okay. Now 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin, that we know already. So first I will give you 100 degree Celsius. This one we have to convert it into Kelvin. Okay, so to convert degree Celsius to Kelvin, we have to add 273. So 100 plus 273, it will become 373 Kelvin. Understood this one? So second I will take to convert Kelvin to degree Celsius. This one. So I will take 473 Kelvin. We have to convert it into degree Celsius. So while converting Kelvin to degree Celsius, we have to subtract 273. 473 minus 273, it will become 200 degree Celsius. This is simple. So we have to study this one, how to convert degree Celsius to Kelvin and Kelvin to degree Celsius, and remember this melting point and boiling point. So now you understood? Now tell me, open the mic.